Okay, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a scatter plot using Google Sheets. Google Sheets is really the same as Excel. It's a useful spreadsheet software you're going to be using throughout your high school career in math classes, but also in science and business. I use Google Sheets all the time. It's how I calculate your grades, for example. It's how I make a budget for my finances. So it's a good skill to learn how to use. You'll even use it in a lot of jobs if you end up working in anything related to finance or business. So let's get started. If I open up a new tab, I can open up a new Google spreadsheet just by typing in sheets.news. I'm not sure you knew that. It worked for Google Docs as well. You can type in docs.new. So sheets.new creates an untitled spreadsheet. I would always name it first. Its example is called uniform motion. That way, when we close it, we can find it again. And what I'm going to do, instead of retyping all of this data, I'm just going to copy and paste it from our course content. So all you have to do is select all of the data, Control C will copy, and then Control V, I can drop it into Google Sheets. If you want, you can format it. It looks pretty good. I'll center my data. Maybe I'll bold my axis titles. You don't have to do this, but just make it look a little bit more organized. Now, if I want to make a chart, all I have to do is select all of my data, including my axis titles, and I go to Insert on the top menu, and then click Chart, and Google Sheets will create a chart for me. They'll guess what type of chart is best for the data. So in this case, they actually already made us a scatter plot. They've already scaled the axes for us. So it goes from 0 to 60 centimeters on the y-axis, 0 to 1.5 seconds on the x-axis. You can flip the X and Y axis if you need to under the chart editor setup. What Google Sheets will always do, it will always take the first column or the first row of your data and use that as your X axis. So make sure that your independent variable is always your first column or row of data. It's also guessed what we want as the axis titles. It's done a pretty good job of that, and what we want as the title of your graph. But if you want to change anything, you can just go to Customize on the chart editor. You can change colors, you can change fonts, you can change the background. So let's say you didn't want those grid lines. I think I could get rid of those down here. I could change my grid lines. Or anything else that I need. So here I can get rid of my major grid lines if you prefer. I can also customize things like titles of the chart, titles of the axis. So if I want to call my chart uniform motion, I can make that change. So Google Sheets is a really powerful way to make a quick and easy scatter plot. And then if you ever want to copy it into a doc, for example, hand an assignment, you could just select and then right click, and then we could copy this whole chart as well. So that's how you make a chart in Google Sheets, and this will save automatically into your Google Drive. So send me an email if you have any questions. And you've got the choice now of whether you want to start your assignment either using pencil and paper or using Desmos or using spreadsheet software such as Google Sheets. Okay, that's all for now.